If you're financially savvy and like to invest in the stock market, you need a stockbroker to handle all your investment transactions. But if you're like most Americans that don't have that much financial knowledge but would still like to try investing, online investment accounts can be the way to go. But choosing the right company to help your cash grow can be tricky. So today we're joined by Chris Maloney, Chief Marketing Officer and Executive Director of Customer Intelligence at Scottrade. He's here with some important questions you need to ask before opening an online investment account. Hello, Chris. Welcome to Good
Hello.
Money.
Thank you.
So tell us, first of all, what are the benefits of an online investment account?
What we've seen over the last year is a huge migration toward online investing. I think a lot of people, as the market has had some turmoil, have looked at their accounts more closely, whether they're with a full-service broker or maybe doing it on their own. And we've seen a lot of movement toward people doing it on their own. They want to be in touch with their money, especially in volatile market times like now.
So they like the convenience and the ease of just logging on and checking and seeing how everything's going. Is that part of it?
A lot of people check their account every day.
Yeah.
It's like their bank account. They look at their brokerage account every day. And, if they've had challenges over the last year or two with their full-service broker, they want to take all or part of that money and do it on their own. So there's been a huge movement.
Is there a danger to that, though? Because part of the theory behind investing is that, you're not day trading. This is something that you're in for the long haul. So checking it every day, could that just be maddening?
Well, the online investor believes they can do as well as a full-service broker typically. They think that because of the information available on the internet, they can take action on their own better and faster than what their broker might do. So it's about personal confidence, and we're seeing that people are feeling more confident. The news is all about the market and the economy, and they're seeing it every day. They want to be in touch with their money. So it's sort of an attitude change.
It's a good way of doing it. All right, so you've got some questions that people should ask before they choose an online investment service. And the first one you say is, what are the trading fees?
Right. So Scottrade charges $7 a trade, no matter how many shares you trade, and we're one of the lowest prices out there. But you also have to ask what sort of service is behind that. So are you getting a good value for your money? But ultimately it comes down to how much am I going to pay every time that I decide to buy, X shares of Apple stock. What's it going to cost me?
Right, absolutely. Great question. Now, you also need to know whether there are going to be account inactivity fees or maintenance fees of any kind, right?
Right. Some brokerages charge fees if you just sit on your money for a while. And you don't want to do that because some people like to wait till there's another opportunity. So we don't charge inactivity fees, and we think that's something very important to look at, is whether they're going to charge you to maybe go quiet for a little while with your account.
Right, which you probably will want to do if you're doing some long-term investing.
Right. A lot of people are buy and hold people, and they don't want to get hit with a fee because they decided to sit on something for a while.
And is there a minimum account balance? That's another important question.
Our minimum is pretty low. It's $500 to open an account, so we appeal to everybody of all ages and generations. Some folks have very high minimums, and you need to know what it costs to get in and start an account. And I think what we're seeing is a movement, especially in Gen Y, to actually start very young. Gen Y want to get involved with their money. It's pretty fascinating, and they do it from their mobile phones and their Blackberries and iPhones.
That's very democratic, a $500 minimum. So do you see that you're getting a lot of young people signing up because of that lower minimum?
I think so. A lot of people are afraid of doing their own investing. They're afraid of brokerage and the whole online space. So we've started a low minimum because we believe we want to attract those people who might be new to it, and it's okay with us. We will take care of them.
All right. Another good question that you need to ask is, what kind of investment products are offered? What do you mean by that?
So there's a lot going on in the space right now. Mutual funds were sort of the product of the 90s.
Right.
Today it's exchange-traded funds, ETFs, because the fees are so low, the cost is so low. So you need to know what your broker offers in terms of funds, mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, etc. What products do they have? Do they have a mobile application that you can use to get to it? And overall, what do they offer to you? You want to make sure that they have what you're looking for.
Is more necessarily better, though?
I don't think so. I mean, I think there are firms who advertise how many mutual funds they have, and you don't need to buy 15,000 mutual funds. You need to buy a handful. So you need to just make sure your firm has the products you're looking for.
And then also you want to know what kind of research tools are available. What kind of education can you get?
That's one of the most important things today. At every level of investor, from beginner to advanced, we see every investor wants to know more about how to invest.
Which is great.
It's like golf.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever told you they've mastered golf when they're done learning?
Never.
Even Tiger Woods takes lessons. So it's like investing. You want to learn more, you want to do more. So you have to make sure your brokerage firm provides you with some educational tools to help you along the way, regardless of how advanced you think you might be.
You want to have that opportunity, absolutely. Now, you also want to know, because this can be so frustrating, if you call up and you need to talk to somebody and you keep getting automated answers, you also want to know what kind of customer service is available.
Well, Scottrade doesn't use phone trees. We have 430 branches. You get to a live human like that, and that's really important to us. And when you're dealing with your money, you want to get in touch with somebody quickly.
Yeah.
And so when you get into these situations where you're dealing with a phone tree or a big call center, or you don't know where you're calling, what country you're calling to, it's frustrating. And so we believe, check their service out before you open an account. Whoever you want to open an account with, check their service and make sure you know you can get someone when you need them.
Absolutely. And you also want to know what kind of opportunities are available to talk to other investors.
That's right. So community, the whole social media aspect, the web has taken over. I mean, whether it's Twitter or YouTube or Facebook, people talk to each other. And so you want to provide that to your investors. And we have a community where investors talk to each other and ask each other questions, which is great. So most investors, I think, will say they want to be able to talk to other investors. And it's great if your brokerage provides that. You don't have to go to Yahoo or another site like Twitter. You can talk on your brokerage account with other folks about, what are you thinking? What's the next big deal? Where's Apple going this year, et cetera?
Very important, especially if you're just starting out. You definitely want that community.
Yeah, it's big.
And of course, you also want to know, this is very basic, but you also have to feel that your account is secure. You want to know what kind of security is in place.
Security is big. There have been issues with identity theft and other things across the industry, and you really want to look and make sure that your brokerage is going to take care of you, because you are accessing it online. You might be at a hotel, and you might want to access your account. You want to make sure that they're going to protect you and you're going to be able to get to your information, but also no one else can get into your account.
Absolutely. Chris, thank you so much for all this great information.
Great.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to open online investment accounts after this one.
ABC News Now. Good to know.